Can I see your minute, please?
Welcome to the Tuesday stream. I hope everyone's having an awesome Tuesday morning. Thank you for your patience. I apologize. We had a bit of a beanie crisis, okay? That's what happened. I couldn't find my beanie. And I had to get my coffee. I can't do the news without coffee, folks. How's it going, Astro? How's it going, political talks? Howdy. Cold with broken clouds. So we've got a couple of updates to go through. If you guys haven't already, join the Discord so you can get all the updates that happen on the channel. On Thursday, glad your copy of Joe and Beanie. True, I can't do it without it, right? How am I supposed to get the energy to make all these takes without a beanie and coffee? Okay. Looking young again? Yeah, I would, as long as I keep shaving, I think I'll still look like a kid. That's funny. I wouldn't recognize you? Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But there is pictures of me without said beanie. They are difficult to find, but they're there. They're there, especially in the Discord. They exist. They exist. Oh yes, so, updates January 20th, we're gonna have the Beckosphere on at, I wanna say 10 a.m. So we got that figured out. 10 a.m. Join us for a very special Thursday stream, end of this week. Alright, let me take a moment here. Let's get all of this set up. I haven't seen you, Beanie. I have seen you, Beanie. Let's not a look for you to promote here. Well, it's already out there. I just like the beanie. That's literally it. I just like it. Unironically, I've had this beanie for, at this point, quite the amount of time. Quite the amount of time. Cool, I hope it goes well. Thank you, I appreciate that. Alright, so we've got a few headlines that I have here, but oh my goodness. I had heard of this, this article, Political Talks, Jesus Christ. Alright, so we've got a few articles lined up. Let me just get everything set up. And we've got one. Whoa. Alright, cool. Yeah, stay on as long as you can. I'm going 70 on 50. What? Wait, hold on. How does that make sense? Yeah, it is. It is political talks. Jeez. Okay, there we go. Alright, folks, let's get some headlines started. Let's start off with this one because this one is the follow-up to the story. A horrible story where, as you guys heard me cover, Amazon and this other candle factory did not allow employees to go when there was a imminent threat of catastrophic weather incoming, and they basically, whether it be management or whatever policies they had in place, they essentially ended up causing the death of several employees. My power's out from an unpaid bill on the morning that an electrician is coming, so we thought he broke something. It's 20 degrees. Jeez, Dendera, I'm sorry. If you need any help, let us know. The family of a delivery driver who died last month when a tornado collapsed the Central Illinois Amazon facility where he worked filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Good. The action on behalf of Austin McEwen, 26, claims that Amazon failed to warn employees of dangerous weather to provide safe shelter before a tornado slammed the Edwardsville facility December 10th, killing McEwen and 5 others. Yeah, like, there's no need to warn. It's already, like, on your emergency services. The problem here is that whatever safety protocols that were supposed to be in place, allegedly, were completely disregarded. Whatever safety protocols that were supposed to be there to protect workers or to make sure that, you know, if there's bad weather, that the company acts appropriately. Because I get emergency services all the time, and it's not like Amazon didn't know. It's not like these workers didn't know. It was very, very imminent that there was some serious danger. There's some serious potential for danger, and so it was. It is believed to be the first legal action taken in response to the death. The Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration has opened an investigation. No, you can't. Well, you can't watch the Weather Channel while you're working. But my point is that they knew about this and failed to act. I guess is really what the core of the problem is here. It is believed to be the first legal action taken in response to the deaths. The Occupational Health and Safety and Health Administration has opened the investigation. McEwen's parents, Randy and Alice McEwen, alleged that Amazon administrators knew severe weather was imminent but had no emergency plan or evacuated employees from the fulfillment center. Right, that's the core of the problem here. You knew, I suspect that everybody knew, because there was text from people that said, you know, we just got a whole bunch of, like, warnings and we're still here. So there's plenty of, like, paper trails to indicate that everybody was well aware of the situation. It's Amazon who had failed in this part. Sadly, it appears that Amazon placed profits first during the holiday season instead of the safety of our son and the other 5, Alice McEwen said at a news conference on Monday. Yeah, like, here's the sad part, like, it's not even putting, like, what profits are you going to make? Like, I don't get it. If there is a catastrophic, imminent, weather event happening, like, you working in a couple of extra hours isn't going to make up for the fact that your entire facility is about to get destroyed. So the only thing that should be prioritized, knowing this, is human life, which clearly Amazon had absolutely no intention of protecting. This story is so bad it sounds fake. It's like the final stage of capitalism. Yeah, just work during a tornado, bro. It's gonna be fine. Just don't... this is unbelievable to me. What money is to be made if your employees get tornadoed? Yeah. Yeah. What profit are you thinking about when, first of all, the only amount of hours you're going to be working there is just a couple of extra hours? That's not much in terms of, like, realistically speaking, for a drop in the ocean that is Amazon. And furthermore, all of that is going to mean absolutely nothing if your entire facility is destroyed. The only thing that should matter at this point in time, above all, is human life. Hey Alio, how's it going? The only concern should be human life. That's it. Amazon carelessly required individuals to continue to work until the moments before the tornado struck. Then, yeah, like that's wild. The lawsuit says an improperly directed McEwen and colleagues to shelter in a restroom, which says the company knew or should have known wasn't safe. Yeah, like, oh yeah, don't worry guys. There's just like continuous threats of tornadoes. Just hide in this restroom that we don't know if it's equipped to handle tornadoes. It may or may not, we don't know, but good luck everybody. Like, what is this? They had people working to the point of no return, which again, if you're in like this situation where there's critical, imminent, like catastrophic weather, you need time to be able to prepare to go home. Okay? Jesus. Amazon spokeswoman Kelly Nantel released a statement that countered the lawsuit, said misunderstanding key facts. Oh, here we go. The justification for the complete lack of care for human life, including differences among severe weather alerts and the condition and safety of the building. Yes, excuse me if I don't believe the corpos speak of these large companies, because we all know how truthful they've been. What about lightning strikes, pack of wild wolves? No, that's not a working during a tornado and hurricane. Oh yeah, no, we've got to work. We've got to work until a hurricane warning. Amazon, yes, this was a new building lasting 4 years, built in compliance with all applicable building codes, and the local teams were following the weather conditions closely. So you're just tacitly admitting that you knew about the imminent catastrophic weather. That's not exactly a good thing. You're telling us that you knew. I can't imagine how their families felt. Yeah, I can't imagine either. It doesn't matter if it was built in compliance with all applicable building codes. Like, that's irrelevant. If you know that there have been several credible catastrophic weather emergency signals or whatever, alerts, I should say, then the only proper response would be like, all right, look, we've got several catastrophic weather alerts. Y'all gotta get out of here. Juan Carlos, he saw the story. Hey, spread it forward. About the government official and his BMW ramming the Prius. Yeah, he fucked around and found out. The GOP candidate, I think he was a state senator. He was like a GOP, he was a Florida man. A Florida man who rammed his BMW in a road rage incident. Rammed his BMW into somebody else's Prius. Took out a gun. Shot at the guy in the Prius, and obviously the guy in the Prius is being shot at, so he naturally defended himself, and that GOP senator, yeah, he fucked around and found out. He thought he was gonna bully somebody in a Prius. And the thing is, that government official, that state senator, that Republican state senator, has a history of having road rage incidents. Madame Defarge coming in hot this morning with a tier 1 sub for 13 months. A baker's dozen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at that. You got your, well, yeah, you've had your black badge. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome. Good morning to you. Thank you. It's just wild to me that this was a government official. It's not just, and it's not more national news. I think it illustrates just how wild the system is, and many of them are just capable and near the edge. It also kind of comes to like the idea of like, dude, this is just like a Tuesday in Florida. I've noticed a trend in road rage shootings and children getting shot in my state. Yeah, that's also been a thing. I don't know if it's like singular, but it's certainly a trend. Unfortunately, spread it forward. It's to the point where, I mean, like, imagine having to report every single one of these incidents. It's so many. That's not a good. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Yeah, there's so many road rage shootings. Yep. It just so happens that this kind of got like a small article in the local news, because it was like a Florida state GOP person. He was, yeah, was he an active GOP senator or was he like a former GOP senator? I don't actually remember. We can look it up. Yeah, the freeways are always closed. Yikes. Oh, I'm sorry. No, fake news. He was a Florida State Board of Administration official. Sorry, complete fake news. A spokesperson for the Florida State Board of Administration. That's what it is. The driver of a Prius fatally shot him outside of a Circle K, which is a gas station, I think. Florida Politics cited an unnamed source who said the incident began when Kozłowski's BMW veered out of its lane and hit the Prius, after which both drivers pulled into a parking lot. Records show that Kozłowski has been arrested for confrontation with another driver at the same intersection in 2014. Yeah, this guy has a history of this. The sheriff's office has not released the Prius driver's name, that it is still investigating, interviewing witnesses, and reviewing surveillance video footage. Our whole lives are shattered. The children and I, his friends and family, so many who adored this wonderful, kind, loving man who would do anything for anyone. We're all devastated. The whole world lost a great man. I mean, I get that, you know, obviously the family is like hurting, obviously, and you should respect that. But like, the facts of the case seem to be that this dude literally rammed his car into another person's car. That's already in and of itself, in my eyes, that's attempted murder. In my eyes, I mean, like, if you ram your vehicle purposely into another person's vehicle, I mean, like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? I understand that the family is very hurting, and of course, you know, as the wife, she must be devastated. But unfortunately, and we can respect that, but unfortunately, in this situation, dude was in the wrong. The dude was in the wrong, and of course, there's no charges. There's no charges in this situation. Why would there be? It's very obvious what happened here. As of yet, as of right now, there have been no charges. Yeah, this guy. This guy, Elio. So not only did he, like, push the Prius, but when they got into the parking lot, this dude decided to ram his car into the driver door. He decided to ram his car into the driver door. And then shot at him. So, yeah, I don't know, like, what else is there to say? I don't know what else is there to say. I bet he thought he was gonna drive away with the Prius paint on his Beamer. Yeah, no, that's not how it works, unfortunately. Like, what did he think was gonna happen when you when you first of all ram your car into the driver's side? That's, again, a threat to somebody's life. And then you shoot at them? And then you get, like, surprise Pikachu face when you get shot at back? This, like... like, what did you think was going to happen? This is Florida. I wonder how many gun controls bills he voted down. Yeah, no, this guy, that's fake news on my part. This guy was a, this guy was a legislative affairs director, state board of administration. I don't think he was a legislator to my knowledge. This is fake news on my part. To my understanding, he was a Florida State Board of Administration member. So, I don't know. That's a fake news on my part. I'm just gonna go with this. It just amazes me how brazen. Yeah, I mean, clearly he felt like he was entitled to do this. I don't know what came over him to think that this was okay. But he's had a history of this. In 2014, he did the exact same thing. It scares me how brazen they're getting. Yeah, like, did he think he was gonna get away with this? Wow. And he absolutely had a history of doing this. Look at that. So this was just not a one-off event. He has a history of, like, being violent. Having, like, road rage. This was a case of fuck around and find out. And even if this guy didn't have, even if neither of these people had guns, this dude was going to jail. This dude was going to jail because it shows intentionality that not only did he hit the car, in the road, but then he purposefully hit the driver's side in the parking lot. So that shows intentionality. This guy was gonna go to jail. Regardless, this guy was donezo. This guy was donezo. Oh, is he not a rep? I have no idea, Tandara. So that may have been a fake news on my part. All we know is that he definitely was a Florida board of whatever. Makes you wonder what else he was capable of. Oh yeah, this guy was clearly had the intention of seriously hurting this person. And again, he has a history of this, so... Alright, so back on this story here. Sorry, that was an interesting detour. Who else did he do this shit and got away with? I wonder. I don't know. That's a good question. Who knows? Who knows? Apparently he felt like he was gonna be okay. And he wasn't. This was a new building less than 4 years old, built in compliance with all applicable building codes. Yeah, all of this is irrelevant. I don't care. Amazon can tell us all these beautiful stuff. No, like literally, it doesn't matter. Severe weather watches are common in part of this country while precautions are taken. Which precautions? Which precautions did you take? Can you explain to me which ones were taken during that time or during any time there's severe weather? And it wasn't a watch, by the way. It was a warning, was it not? So that seems to me like a bit of a stretching of the truth there, my friend. Sorry to derail, no problem. While precautions are taken, not, first of all, which precautions are not cause for most businesses to close down? Hey guys, listen, I understand that there is imminent catastrophic weather, but that's not cause for business to close down. Think of my pockets. Think of the pennies that I'm losing. That's not any cause for business to close. You guys. You goobers. There's been multiple tornado warnings around the area. There has been reports that there's serious tornadoes happening. And you guys want us to close down the business? We believe our team did the right thing as soon as the warning was issued. Wait. A severe weather watch is not the same thing as a warning. Okay, these are two different things. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of a stretching of the truth here, and clearly your team did not do the right thing, as there are people dead. Okay, clearly your team management did not do the right thing, as people are dead. The lawsuit seeks more than $50,000 from each of the 4 defendants named in the suit, which includes Amazon, the construction company that built the facility, and the project's developers. What? That's it? That's it? Nantel said the company would defend itself against the lawsuit, but would continue to focus on supporting employees and partners, the families who lost loved ones, the surrounding community, and all those affected by the tornadoes. Yeah, nah, get effed, honestly. $50,000 from each of the 4 defendants, which includes Amazon, the construction company, and the project developer. So what? 200,000? 200,000? That's nothing. That's nothing. That's unfortunate. Comic irony. Yeah. Like, even if Amazon and these folks lose this lawsuit, $200,000 is but a drop in the bucket for them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just settle and just make it go away. I wouldn't be surprised. In this situation, Amazon deserves to pay so hard, to pay so dearly that it would be noticeable, and it would force them to think twice before putting people's lives in danger like this. You gotta hit them really, really hard where it hurts in the pocketbooks. But 50,000? That's but a drop in the bucket. That's a drop in the ocean, I should say. I would almost say that's almost disrespectful. Yeah, 50K. For Amazon anyways, that's but a drop in the ocean. In this situation, it should be very, very stiff. So much so that Amazon would be forced to reconsider before ever doing something like this again. That is a smack in the face. I don't know what kind of legal shenanigans went on here, but I guess at the end of the day, the silver lining... Yeah, let's put a slap in the wrist. I guess at the end of the day, the silver lining would be if the family wins the lawsuit, it would be on record that Amazon was guilty. It would be on record that Amazon was guilty of these deaths. And that won't go away. That won't go away. In the UK, this would be corporate manslaughter, and 50k would not cut it. Wow. Is that a thing here? Is that a thing here? Is corporate manslaughter a thing here? Because it should be. That sounds appropriate. That sounds appropriate. Corporate manslaughter. Nightwolf TV, thank you for the follow. It's not even a slap, it's actually a poke with a feather. Yeah. Yep. It would be an important precedent to set employer responsibility. Yeah, I guess, but... Yeah, it would be definitely... Yeah, that's another silver lining. Greetings, how's the stream so far? Thank you, I appreciate it. We're chilling, we're hanging out. Thank you. It would be the perfect charge to stop some of this. Yeah, corporate manslaughter. I didn't even know that was even a thing. But it makes perfect sense. It makes absolutely perfect sense. Corporate manslaughter. I like that. That should be a thing here. That should be a thing here. I think, like, the worst you can do... Will they win the lawsuit? I have no idea. How's it going, Jared Cardenas? I have no idea if they win. Will they win? But, if they do... I guess, like I said, the silver lining would be that it's on record that Amazon was indeed responsible for these deaths, and Madame Defarge kind of piggybacked off that and said it would set a precedent. It just has to be a charge with a lot of time or financial ruin for it to be anything here. Right. I think the closest thing we have are these wrongful death suits. That's the closest thing we have. I hope so. F Amazon, true. Yeah, it should be so financially crippling. It should be so financially crippling that corporations like this would be wise to think twice before putting lives on the line. If that was a law here, they would make it so specific that it wouldn't apply anywhere, but there's hope. Yeah, I mean, like, it would be great if we actually had corporate manslaughter. That seems like the most appropriate charge in these situations. And the candle shop, right? The candle factory as well. Yeah, that sounds 100% appropriate. Corporate manslaughter. That should take place, or that should be alongside wrongful death lawsuits. Because, like, wrongful death lawsuits can be separate for, like, individuals. Like a person causes a wrongful death. And then you have corporate manslaughter, where a company's negligence leads to employees dying. And separate those two in the books. I like that idea. I like that idea. This was a horrifying story. A Texas synagogue was held hostage for 11 hours. The suspect, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, Malik Akram, had been going all day. Jeffrey Cohen, one of the 4 hostages held Saturday at Congregation Beth Israel, said in an interview with the Washington Post, Akram had complained to the hostage that he was cold and that he hadn't eaten anything except potato chips. Police were called about 11 a.m. When after this dude armed with a gun and explosives captured Rabbi Charlie Citron? I don't know, Charlie Walker Cohen and other 2 congregants of Beth Israel, tight-knit community of about 155 families in Colleyville, Texas. Yikes. The hostages made a pact that they would not try to escape individually, leaving the others to deal with the repercussions. They would all make it out alive together. Wow. As a Brit, I have to apologize from all my fellow countrymen. Oh, yeah, it was a British national or British citizen, right? Yeah, you're right. That's... Oh, yeah, here it is. The Texas synagogue hostage taker identified as a 44-year-old British man. The congregation had many others across the country had sought such training and heightened concerns of anti-Semitic attacks following the massacre at the Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh. Wow, their training addressed topics like how to escape in a building, in an emergency, how to counteract threats, and need to be aware of one's surroundings and protocols for letting people into the synagogue. The fact that this is even a thing is pretty depressing in and of itself. Jesus. Beth Israel was more active in preparing for potential security threats than many other congregations, said Cheryl Drazen, the Dallas-based vice president of the ADL's Central Division. Security was very much part of the congregational culture at Beth Israel, she said, noting that the congregation often opened programs by announcing where the exits were. I think I know why corporate manslaughter is not a thing in India. Many Indians already live in a bubble where they think work is more important than life, so I don't think the government would care enough to make it a criminal offense. Well, to be fair, we don't have corporate manslaughter here because we think similar in that sense. Nobody can touch the poor corporations. Nobody. It would be a sad day in America where corporations would have to actually have any type of consequences. I think we need a reformation of the social environment in India. Yeah, I mean, here too. Cohen had attended school in Pittsburgh where he walked past the Tree of Life synagogue regularly. The attack there really touched a thread. He took the training very seriously. Wow. I think the reality for us is that this can happen any day, anywhere. The fact that these people feel this way is pretty depressing. After congregants fled the synagogue, Akram followed them out before darting back into the building. The escapees took cover behind law enforcement as gunshots and a loud boom rang for the synagogue. By the way, what was the Texas synagogue standoff all about? It seems like he wanted to negotiate the release of somebody. According to the person that was there, Cohen noted that Akram had not told the hostages that he wanted to kill them because they were Jewish, but that he was using them as a bargaining chip. Cohen said the suspect brought bought into the anti-Semitic trope that Jews control the bank, the media, and the government. Akram told him that he believed that the Jewish people hostage the U.S. government would certainly release Siddiqui, who was trying to, they, in their head, they bought into the whole, I guess, JQ, and, they were trying to, in their head, for some weird, deluded reason, think that by taking hostage this synagogue, that they were going to have a leverage to negotiate the release of this person, Aifia Siddiqui. And yeah, that's the reasoning. Yeah. Yeah, messed up, isn't it? Messed up. They bought into the whole idea of the JQ, which is just wild. Still, Cohen said he didn't regret the generosity the congregants had initially showed the stranger who showed up at their synagogue. Wow. Very sad story. Very depressing that, like, members of the Jewish community have to, plan for this and train for situations like this. Man said he was seeking the release of Aifia Siddiqui, a Pakistani woman held in federal prison in Fort Worth, Texas, for trying to kill U.S. soldiers. So in his deluded mind, he was thinking that because he bought into the whole idea of the JQ, if he just took these hostages, he could use them as leverage for the release of this person. Yikes. Yep. The radicalization online, I wouldn't be surprised if all of this was expedited through radicalization, through rabbit holes online. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm happy there's no Indian nationalists in the chat, otherwise we'd have a dude saying all Pakistanis are like this. Yikes. Facebook? Maybe. Yikes. But the dude himself isn't Pakistani, was he? He was a British national. Like, this seems just all bizarre. I don't know. Wow. Has a hostage situation ever actually gone well for the perp? I mean, why would anyone think this is a viable idea? I don't know. I think they were dating or something. Maybe. I don't know how this could have radicalized. I mean, it happens. It happens. It happens, whether it be online or you have a, I guess in this case, if it's true that they were dating, maybe. I don't know. Not much more information is available other than the fact that this dude, who seems to be a British man, went into a synagogue, attempted to use hostages as a way of leveraging a release of that person, and that's about it. No, usually it does not, Madame Defarge. Howdy, howdy. Yikes. meme article of the day, brought to you by the New York Post, which is a meme publication in and of itself, but I thought this one was just absolutely hilarious. Anti-work threads are fueling the Great Resignation. Hey guys, apparently Reddit is the reason why people are quitting their jobs. It has nothing to do with the shit pay. It has nothing to do with the shit conditions. It has nothing to do with the with the way they're being treated, health concerns employees might have. It has nothing to do with the fact that employees are feeling that they have a little bit more power than normal here. No. No. Folks, it's Reddit. The revolution is Reddit. True. It's here. I love the picture. Isn't the picture like meme gold? Isn't the picture they use meme worthy? Isn't the picture that they use meme worthy? Look at that. Beautiful. Jesus. You look at the bottom. New York Post photo composite. So they just... this is the picture they unironically use. They say you have to work hard to get ahead, but some are finding that you can work very little and still do pretty well. They say you have to work hard to get ahead? That's like the most incorrect statement I've ever heard in my life. That's the most incorrect statement I've ever heard in my life. But some are finding that you can work very little and still do pretty well. Yeah, like CEOs. Yeah, like CEOs. Yeah, like CEOs. Yeah, true. On Reddit, the anti-work subreddit is now one of the social network's most active and engaged pages after seeing explosive growth during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is currently more than 1.6 million users, up from 180,000 in October of 2020. People post epic text and email screenshots of quitting their jobs, but the real heroes are so-called idlers who stay in jobs doing the absolute minimum to get by while still collecting a paycheck. Yeah, that's fine. I love how it's anti-worker laziness entitlement when workers want living wages and benefits. Is that what this is going to be about? Oh no, it's going to get good. This one is great. Or crypto. Yeah, the last time I remember using Reddit, the majority of people in r/memes used to shitpost a lot. Yeah, I suspect that that's still a thing. I just don't go on Reddit a lot. I had a Reddit page. There isn't a difficult truth like Reddit account, but I don't use it anymore anyways. It's so rare that I go on Reddit. Everyone has hit their limit with COVID, overwork, their mortgages, rent payments, and so many things with capitalism. Wait. So they're explaining to you why this is happening. What? They're literally telling you why this is happening. I made a Reddit once and couldn't figure it out. Lost Sue, how's it going? There's nothing wrong with wanting to take a break from it and do less. True. It's not like your wages are increasing anyways. A 30-year-old living in Boston once held a retail job, but for the past few years she's self-employed as a dog walker working about 25 hours a week. She noted that the general idea behind the anti-work movement is to reduce the coercive element of labor as much as possible by subverting capitalism, and said that those active on the page are mainly far leftists who support Bernie Sanders and AOC and often identify as socialist, communist, or anarchist. Among them are users like Podcast Questions who boasted that they make $80,000 a year by answering 1 to 2 calls a week and literally nothing else. Good for them. Good for them. I only go there when somebody sends me a specific post, although my future son-in-law was Reddit famous twice for his Lego creations. Hey, nice. That's actually kind of cool. Another user, an anonymous IT professional, bragged about taking things a step further, automating their gig at a law firm by a simple script that performed their entire job for over a year. Company brass didn't catch on, and an employee was still paid $90,000 a year. Wow. Yeah. Nice. First of all, if they automated their job, which means they absolutely earned that paycheck because clearly they had the knowledge, tools, innovation, and wit. Yeah, they absolutely earned that because that knowledge to be able to automate your job so well that you didn't even catch on, the knowledge to make that happen, the technical knowledge to make that happen and to make sure that everything is working perfectly and all that, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is worth $90,000 a year. Sourcing support, is that you? Some fear anti-workers could have far-reaching consequences for the economy, like realizing that maybe workers have a little bit more power than they thought they did and are now asking for actual benefits. The Financial Times recently reported that Goldman Sachs was fretting at the movement. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is how you know that it's doing, that it's moving in the right direction. When you have Goldman Sachs fretting at the movement that posed a long-run risk of labor force participation. Nice meme. It comes at a time where record number of workers are quitting, a phenomenon that's been dubbed the Great Resignation. In November, 4.5 million Americans voluntarily left their job, but those numbers only tell part of the story. We're not only seeing mass resignation, but at the same time a wave of strike activity and new organizing activity among workers that have remained in their jobs. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, good. Good. They don't want to say that they need these people, they just say it will hurt the economy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But at the same time, a wave of strike activity and new organizing activity among workers that have remained at their job. Yeah, good. Good. The two are interconnected. Shortage of worker willing to take low-paid job empowers those in those jobs to take bold actions and improve them with less fear of being fired or replaced. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're mad about. That's what they're mad about. That's literally what they're mad about. A shortage of workers willing to take shit jobs for shit pay. It turns out that it actually empowers those who do those jobs to take bold action and improve them with less fear of being fired or replaced. Yeah, gee, no wonder. No wonder these people are ass mad. No wonder these people are ass mad. The anti-work subreddit shows people doing just that. Nice, good. One user, a technician of some sort, so already that entails some level of either skill set that's done by vocational trade, or some skill set learned at school. Posted screenshots of a demanding email sent to their boss. They noted that their skills are high in demand this year and asked for a 6.8% raise, a work week of no more than 45 hours. Wow! Imagine this is the very demanding email. Hey guys, look at that! Look at this demanding email. A 6.8% raise, a work week with no more than 45 hours. Which, by the way, it should be 40. It should be actually less, but no way. A demanding email that says no more than 45. A company phone, a tool, a new car with a working air conditioning. So, in other words, an actual working functioning vehicle with air conditioning, all in the name of personal growth. Yeah, your skill is in high demand, then so should be your wages, and you get the ball's in your court. Yeah. Your webcam goes perfect with that section 6 action. Oh yeah, a happy coincidence where it aligns. While it's unclear if the asks were granted, Will Caliv's post received more than 80,000 upvotes support from Redditors. Nice, yeah. Another user who goes by the screen name Introduction Honest and works in management recently recently wrote of their demands on their employer. They propose a 10% pay increase. Nice. 5 extra days off a year. Nice. And having Monday be an optional workday for those who are ahead of their task. Nice. Yeah, so if you're ahead of your task and you don't have to come in, you already did your job. Yeah, nice. The proposal was accepted a few months back and the results have been good. Employee satisfaction is up and there's been no decline in revenue. Who would have thought? You treat your employees like human beings. Look at that. You treat your employees like human beings and look at that. Can you imagine? Ford, who is currently pursuing a master in philosophy at Boston College while also running the anti-work subreddit and hosting a podcast, saying, such success stories show the movement is about more than getting self-absorbed Gen Zers who can't get bothered to get out of bed. All what we call laziness is actually people reaching their limits for very good reasons that are outside of their control. Well, some of us are lazy and we just don't want to work. And that's how they end it. Nice meme. Nice meme. That's how they want to, that's the way they want to end it. To give you the impression that, never mind the fact that they're, shit jobs for shit wages. Never mind the fact that people feel like they deserve more, and they should. And they should. And like the big extra demands, the demanding email is a work week with no more than 45 hours, an actual working car with air conditioning and a company phone so that we can keep work and personal phones separate, and a 6.8% raise. That's a demand? Would you consider Twitch a professional website? Do you think serious people use Twitch? I don't know what that means. But yeah, they want to end on the note of... yeah, just some people, like, they're just... dude, all of this is just lazy. They want to leave you with that impression. And of course, the good meme. The good meme at the beginning here. I work for the state government in a Republican governor state. Our cost of living or any other raise was under 1% in the last 4 years together. Wow. Would you consider Twitch a professional website? Well, certainly it is a professional website. And I do think serious people use Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. Now that I think about it. Although I don't know what that means, in terms of, like, professional, but yeah. I guess if we're using the colloquial term, I would consider it professional. Nice meme. Nice meme. Gotta love it. The MacBook. The MacBook with the American hammer and sickle. With the fancy, what seems to be toast or bread. Doing the nails. Love it. Meme gold, folks. Amazing. So what's the channel about? The channel is about stuff and things. The current topic, appeal court detours Texas abortion case to the Supreme Court. We're turning our attention to Texas, SB 8. A divided federal appeals court on the panel Monday rebuffed Texas abortion clinics' plea to send what remains of their challenge against the state's privately enforced abortion ban back to the lower court that has been previously blocked the law instead of directing the case to the Texas Supreme Court for further interpretation. The move by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals effectively prolongs the litigation over the unusual anti-abortion statute, leaving in place a law that has led to a dramatic reduction in the number of abortions performed in the state since the measure took effect in September. A 2-1 court decision held that there was too much ambiguity around the meaning of the Texas law to allow federal courts to continue to act on the legal challenge without definitive guidance from the Texas top court. The unresolved question of state law must be certified to the Texas Supreme Court, wrote Judge Edith Jones, an appointee by President Reagan. Wow, till this day we still have repercussions of Reagan. An opinion joined by Judge Stuart Duncan, who was appointed by Trump. So, yeah. Elections have consequences, folks. Jones stressed in her ruling that the case was not about abortion or the merits of Texas' 6-week ban, but strictly a matter of judicial procedure. She rejected arguments from lawyers for abortion providers that the U.S. Supreme Court had essentially foreclosed such a detour for the litigation. Justices in December declined to block the law but allowed some challenge brought by clinics to proceed. With no limit placed on the Supreme Court's remand, this court may utilize the ordinary appellate tools at our disposal to address the case consistent with the court's opinion. However, in a dissenting opinion, Judge Stephen Higginson argued that diverting the case to the Texas Supreme Court compounds the harm being wrought by the abortion ban and flew in the face of the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling last month. By certifying this question, and worse, by simultaneously carrying a motion for further briefing to us with the case, we are only causing further delay, indeed delay without specific end, which I suspect is the point. What is your standpoint on Islam? It's a religion. An appointee of President Barack Obama. This further second-guessing redundancy without time limit deepens my concern that justice delayed is justice denied, here impeding relief order by the Supreme Court. Higginson compared Texas law to measures many southern states used to undermine federal civil rights guaranteed in the 50s. Then, like now, it is undisputed that the Constitution necessarily expounded by the Supreme Court had been subverted by a state legislator. Higginson's 2 conservative colleagues countered that because the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling on Texas law was split on several key issues about the Texas abortion ban, the state Supreme Court should be permitted to step in and offer guidance. I don't understand what's so hard about this. The fact of the matter is that we have precedent when it comes to Roe versus Wade. And furthermore, we have some serious constitutional questions, or I guess legal questions, about the enforcement of this law. Which basically says that you can sue people to the tune of $10,000 should you happen to catch them doing an abortion, aiding and abetting an abortion, or whatever it is. Essentially delegating this to the citizens in what effectively becomes a bounty. What effectively becomes a free-for-all bounty. And that's just not right. That's just not right. However, the justices did not completely reject the federal court challenge and ruled that it could proceed if focused on the role that Texas medical licensing officials could play in enforcing the statute. The abortion providers who brought the suit over the law returned to the U.S. Supreme Court earlier this month with a motion to force the Fifth Circuit to immediately send the case back to district court for further action. That motion remains pending without a ruling. Howdy, howdy. Attorney Mark Huron with the Center of Reproductive Rights gave Politico a bleak assessment to the path forward for abortion rights and advocates in a conversation following the early January arguments at the appeals court. The Supreme Court gave the green light for this vigilante scheme, and if a state wants to pass that law that infringes on a constitutional right and delegate enforcement to their general public, federal courts can't do anything to stop that. And that's the core of the case. Yeah, so basically, it's going to open the door that you do not want to open. And you know what? This one's on them. You know what? This one's on them. There's a part of our case left against these licensing officials, and that's the important part of the case, but people need to understand that even what's left is being delayed and strung out while patients across Texas are denied their constitutional rights. Yep. What the heck? Hold on, folks. Sorry about that, folks. These Republicans are gonna win every seat and keep passing stuff on state levels. Yeah, that's definitely, concerning, but they've already been moving in this direction for a while. They seem to understand that winning on state levels and local levels are far more effective. Far more effective than trying to win on the federal level. That comes after. That's secondary. Republicans keep pushing Trump and they're hurting. I don't know if they're hurting. I don't know about that. I think that they're right where they want to be. You don't... What? You could trust Republicans this time? I'm not understanding what that means. You don't think you could trust Republicans this time? No, I don't think I could trust them. I'll see you guys around. Thank you for stopping by. They have something to believe in. The Dems are giving nothing. True. True. All right, I think we got everything good. All right. We can and we should. Politics, voting, and protesting is still in part. Yeah, of course. Here, I'll show you. Really quickly. Are you ready? Really quickly. I'll show you. Just hang tight for 1 second. I'll show you the connection. Right here. Oh, there it goes. MSM politics equals BS. Sometimes. A lot of times. An uncomfortable amount of times. How a society doesn't accept the difference makes mental health hard? I don't know. How would you introduce a child into politics? Politics Kids or Junior? What? Did you ever listen to that podcast about abortion? You're probably gonna have to resend that to me. However, I don't know, like, what we would do to introduce kids. Like, what does that mean? Like, child, like a kindergartner kid? Or like a high school kid? I mean, we used to have social studies. We used to have civics. I don't know if civics is still a thing, but we used to have, like, a class where we actually understood or attempted to teach from middle school and high school how our systems of governments, how our system works and what it entails, and that's pretty much what we had. But that's not a thing anymore. I don't think we have civics anymore. Education is key to improving the world. I agree with that. I've talked to my kids about politics their entire lives. As they get older, the combos would get more complex. That's another way. But like, I don't know. I don't have a kid. I would say that, at least in school, there should be some type of, at the appropriate age, probably starting middle school and high school, civics classes and media literacy classes, critical thinking classes. All of these are quite capable of happening during middle school and high school, at least towards the end of middle school and high school. Yeah, I don't see why that can't be a thing, or why that shouldn't be a thing. I think the emphasis should be on critical thinking and media literacy.